Today we're going to be planting garlic so we can get massive garlic harvests in small spaces. So if you want a big garlic harvest next year, follow along and stay tuned. If you find this video helpful, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe and comment as well. Today is October 22nd. I'm in Southeast Michigan, Zone 5B, so it's time to get the garlic in the ground. So one of the first questions people ask is when to plant garlic. So ideally you want to get it in about 2 weeks before your first frost. Well, today is actually our first major frost, but that's not going to be an issue. You could plant your garlic in November here and still be fine. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to clear out this raised bed here because this is where I'm going to plant my garlic, and we'll go from there. All right, we're relatively clear right now. Just want to show you something I found in here. This is the root system for one stinging nettle plant that was in here. I did not get all these carrots out of here, so I'm gonna have a carrot problem next year. And don't forget, when you pull this stuff out, to recycle it. So let's talk about our seed garlic. There's a few ways to get this. One way is to buy it. You're looking at paying about $2 to get a head of garlic like this, so it's pretty expensive. Another thing you can do is go to the grocery store and buy organic garlic and plant it. Some people advise against this, but it grows just fine. We did it last year and we had a really big harvest. The best way is to save your own garlic. So you purchase the garlic, plant it, harvest it, you cure it yourself and replant it in the fall. Each head of garlic has about 6 to 8 cloves in it. So you save the biggest heads of garlic you have and use those to plant because they're going to give you the biggest bulbs when you harvest the following year. If you keep doing this, you never have to buy garlic again. So that's what I've done here. So as far as varieties go, if you're in a colder climate like I am, you're going to want to grow hardneck garlic. But if you choose to grow softneck, that's fine as well. The store-bought garlic I planted turned out to be a softneck variety, and it did pretty good. As far as location goes, you need a location for your garlic that you can dedicate till at least next July. So you're going to pick somewhere that you don't intend to plant any crops in the spring. So this bed here is my location that I'm going to plant my garlic. If you choose to amend your soil, now would be a good time with everything out of here. I have a little bit different approach to it. I like to put all my amendments on the top. So throughout the fall and the winter, the precipitation can take it down where it needs to go naturally. I don't use any store-bought fertilizers, so if you want to go 100% natural, one of my favorites is just compost. I make my compost in the chicken composting system, so I'm going to be using some of that. Another great one is wood ash. I always like to put lots of wood ash on my garlic beds. If you're using store-bought fertilizer, a good option would just be a balanced organic fertilizer you can put on here. A little bone and blood meal, they'll all work great. On to the exciting part. We're going to start planting some garlic. So we're going to take our heads of garlic and we want to separate these cloves. Good way to do this is to grab this stem here and kind of jiggle it around. That helps to separate them. And once separated, we can peel these cloves off. You want to keep a lot of that skin on your cloves to help protect it when it's underground. And that one head gave us 7 nice cloves to plant. You're going to want to do the same thing to all the garlic you intend to plant. We have our garlic cloves separated, and look at this, all the garlic waste just thrown right on the garden bed. That's all free fertilizer. So planting, check out how easy this is. We want to make holes that are about 4 inches deep. You can just use your fingertips for this. We want to go 4 to 6 inches apart. So let's go 5. And I like to stagger mine. We're going to come back through for our second row here and do the same thing. Before we go dropping these guys in, let's take a look at this because it's pretty important. The direction you're going to plant your garlic. So here is our garlic clove. You can see the pointy end up top here. That's the part you want to go up. If you look at the bottom here, this is where the roots used to come out of here when it was a full bulb. That's the same part that's going to send out roots when this grows. So we want that on the bottom pointy side up top. So we're going to take these bulbs, pointy side up, stick it down in the hole, keep it nice and straight, and repeat the process for every hole. A good tip here is while planting, don't cover up your garlic just yet. You want to be able to see where your garlic's at. So I will go through, I will put all my garlic cloves in, and then cover them after. And look at that. That is a decent crop of garlic we got in there. Before I cover up my garlic, I'm going to go ahead and blast them with some of this awesome compost from the chicken run. And then come back through and just gently cover up all the garlic. After our garlic is covered up, we're going to want to come through here and give them a nice mulch. My favorite mulch is just going to be some dry shredded leaves. Worked really good last year. Just come through, put it on the surface. I'm not going for any certain depth. I'm just spreading it over the top. If you don't want to use shredded leaves, straw will work fine, wood chips. Garlic is pretty strong and it'll grow right through any thick mulch. With our mulch in place, we are done planting garlic. But you may notice something weird happen a few weeks from now. Even though it's cold outside, your garlic's going to start growing. This part freaks a lot of people out. People get worried because your garlic's growing and it's getting really cold outside, and they're worried that their plants are going to die. But don't worry, garlic knows what it's doing. You'll probably even see garlic growing through the snow. It's all part of the process. After this point, you don't mess with your garlic till the spring. In the spring, when your garlic's coming up, give it another round of a balanced fertilizer, and then when you see your garlic starting to put out the scapes or the flowers of the garlic, you're going to want to cut those off so the plant can focus all the energy into the bulb. I think that pretty much covers everything you need to know about garlic. If I missed something and you have a question, talk to me in the comments. It's not too late, so get that garlic in the ground. Thanks for watching.